If local production is included, the KF-21 will go beyond simple export and become a strategic game-changer that will elevate the international standing of Korean defense technology. Those are not just words. They reflect what could be the most important development in the Philippines' air power history. For years, Indonesia was the only Southeast Asian partner in Korea's KF-21 Boramae program, investing early in research and gaining rights to assemble the fighter locally. But delays, payment issues, and political friction have since weakened Jakarta's partnership. Now, the Philippines is stepping into that same lane, but smarter and leaner. Instead of paying for development like Indonesia did, Manila is negotiating for local assembly, maintenance, and production rights at the manufacturing stage, giving it industrial benefits without the billion-dollar R&D burden. If successful, the Philippines could succeed where Indonesia struggled and emerge as the first true Southeast Asian producer of the KF-21 Boramae fighter jet. So, stay with me as we break down this massive potential shift that could transform the Philippines from a simple aircraft buyer into a rising aerospace power in Asia. Before we continue our discussion, don't forget to like button, subscribe, and the notification bell button from Pinoy Guard. Welcome back to Pinoy Guard. To understand the significance of this deal, we can look at Indonesia, which joined the KF-21 development program years earlier. Jakarta originally agreed to fund about 20% of the project's cost, around 1.5 trillion won, in exchange for technology transfer and local production. However, Indonesia's payments have been delayed several times, and its plans for a domestic assembly line remain uncertain. In contrast, the Philippines is entering at a later but more stable stage after the aircraft's design and testing have been completed. This means Manila won't carry research risk but can still benefit from industrial participation. In essence, Indonesia paid for the early development uncertainty, while the Philippines could reap the industrial rewards without those risks. That's a smart move, a value-based entry into the program with minimal financial exposure. The KF-21, whose name Boramae means hawk, represents Korea's leap into advanced aviation. This twin-engine jet is stealth-optimized, equipped with an active electronically scanned array radar, and built for both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. Each aircraft costs about 90 billion Korean won, or around 3.8 billion pesos, making it far cheaper than Sweden's Gripen, which costs about 150 billion won, or the F-16 Block 70, valued at 180 billion won. That price advantage is critical for a developing air force like the PAF. The Block 1 variant focuses on air combat, while the Block 2 version, the one being considered by the Philippines, adds long-range strike capability and enhanced electronic warfare. Mass production of Block 1 is scheduled for 2026, followed by Block 2 2 years later. The Philippines could start with Block 1 fighters and later upgrade them domestically through software improvements, ensuring long-term cost efficiency and adaptability. The most revolutionary part of this proposal isn't the jet, it's the industrial base it would create. KI is reportedly considering a direct investment to establish a local assembly line, a maintenance, repair, and overhaul center, and pilot and technician training programs in cooperation with the Republic of Korea Air Force. This would allow Filipino engineers to build and sustain the country's own fighter fleet rather than relying on foreign contractors. The facilities would likely be built near Clark Air Base or Luzon's industrial corridors, bringing thousands of technical jobs and technology transfer. It aligns perfectly with the Philippines' Rehorizon 3 modernization plan, which emphasizes a self-reliant defense posture by the late 2020s. This isn't just a defense deal, it's a nation-building project. The timing of this negotiation is no coincidence. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea continue to rise, as China maintains its aggressive patrols and artificial island outposts. The Philippine Air Force's current FA-50 fleet lacks the range and weapons load to operate deep into contested waters. The KF-21, with its larger fuel capacity, twin engines, and beyond visual range missile capability, can patrol the entire exclusive economic zone with authority. This would finally give the Philippines a credible air deterrence force, complementing its upcoming shore-based missile systems and modern radar network. Let's analyze the potential economic gain. At 90 billion won each, 12 jets would total roughly 1.08 trillion won, or around 45 billion pesos. Compare that to the American F-16 offer, almost 68 billion pesos for a similar number of aircraft. That's a saving of over 20 billion pesos, even before local assembly profits are considered. Now add the MRO facility. Once built, it can serve not only the Philippine Air Force, but also regional operators of Korean aircraft such as Thailand, Indonesia, and possibly Malaysia in the future. This could generate annual maintenance contracts worth hundreds of millions of pesos, feeding directly into the local economy. Job creation, skill development, and technology transfer will strengthen the country's aerospace ecosystem, from university programs to parts manufacturing. Within 10 years, the Philippines could develop its own defense industrial chain, able to produce components, avionics housings, or even training drones under license. That's not just a defense win, that's an economic multiplier. Politically, this agreement would deepen the Manila-Seoul alliance. South Korea has already supplied the Philippines with frigates, corvettes, and the FA-50. The KF-21 would become the crown jewel of that partnership. By investing directly in local production, KI would tie Korean defense growth to Philippine stability, creating a long-term partnership similar to the Japan-US cooperation on F-3 stealth fighters. It signals to Washington and Tokyo that Manila is serious about developing its own industrial backbone, not merely depending on foreign grants. If the deal is signed soon, assembly could begin by the late 2020s, with the first locally produced KF-21 aircraft delivered by the year 2030. The Philippines would then possess a fleet of advanced multi-role fighters supported by domestic facilities, an achievement unmatched in the region except by Korea itself. More importantly, the country would finally gain control over its air defense destiny, the ability to build, maintain, and modernize its own aircraft without waiting on foreign approvals. From FA-50 trainers to KF-21 stealth fighters. From imported systems to local assembly lines. The Philippines is no longer just buying defense, it's building defense. This partnership could elevate the country into the ranks of emerging aerospace nations, giving it the strength to protect its skies, its seas, and its sovereignty. And when that first Boramae rolls out of a Philippine hangar with a national roundel painted on its wings, it will mark not just a military upgrade, but the dawn of a new age of Filipino air power. If you enjoyed this report and want more updates on the Philippines' defense modernization, subscribe to Pinoy Guard. We'll keep you informed of every move, every deal, and every milestone that shapes our nation's security future. This is Pinoy Guard, keeping watch so you can see what's coming over the horizon.